Hi guys, welcome to my first cooking video. Today we're cooking beef stew. So delicious. First thing I did was cut up some chuck roast into bite-sized pieces. I like mine a little bigger. Then I seasoned very generously with salt and pepper. Make sure you season every piece so that it tastes very flavorful. I did cut my vegetables off camera, but I started with celery, carrots, potatoes, and onion. I then grabbed some olive oil and put it in the pan and let it go on medium-high heat. After that, you want to set your beef in the pan and let it saute. You basically want to saute it on each side for about 1 minute. After the 1 minute is up, you want to flip it to the other side and also saute that for a minute. Basically on this part, we're just browning it because that's where all the flavor is. It took me about 3 batches to do it because you don't want to overcrowd the pan because it won't cook right. So after you're done, you want to remove the meat and put it in another bowl and set that aside for later. After you remove all the meat from the pan, you are now going to add your vegetables in that same pan. We are now going to saute our vegetables because that's where we get the vegetable broth from. I did add some salt and pepper off camera, but I also sauteed these for about a good 5 to 6 minutes, stirring every couple of minutes. Once your vegetables are done sauteing, you're going to remove them and place them in a separate bowl. After that, you're going to take that same pan and you're going to add about 2 tablespoons of butter. You're going to let that butter melt and you're going to go ahead and add that onion. You're going to saute that onion till it's translucent and you're just going to keep stirring it around. I know you guys know how to cook onions. Once your onions are ready, you're going to take about a spoonful of minced garlic and go ahead and add that in. You want to stir that garlic and that onion for about a good minute. Make sure you don't let that garlic burn because that is not a good taste. Now you want to go ahead and add about half a cup of flour. Now we're going to be making our sauce. You're going to stir that flour for about 2 minutes because we want to cook that flour taste out. And I just want to let you guys know, this is my first cooking video. So if there's any tips or any other thing that you would like me to do differently, I would love to hear your opinions. And also if there's any other recipes that you guys have, please feel free to drop below in the comment section. Now you're going to go ahead and pour in 2 cups of beef broth and start stirring that in so your sauce can get thick because that's what the beef stew is all about. I did not have beef broth on hand, so I did go ahead and just pour in 2 cups of water, and then I just added a beef bouillon cube. They taste just the same, so it's a good substitute if you don't have it. You want to make sure you keep stirring, and your sauce should look thick like this. Once it looks like that, you want to go ahead and add half a can of tomato paste. Now you're going to stir that tomato paste for about a good 3 minutes because we want to cook out that raw tomato flavor. After stirring for about 3 minutes, it should look nice and red like this. Once that's done, you want to go ahead and pour your beef back in and go ahead and mix that up with the sauce. After that's mixed up, you're going to go ahead and put in them sauteed vegetables and go ahead and mix that together also. Now we're going to do our seasonings. Half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of oregano, half a teaspoon of rosemary, and half a teaspoon of thyme. You're going to go ahead and mix that in together. You're going to mix in all that seasoning, add 3 bay leaves, put the stove on low with the lid, and cook it for 2 hours. So about halfway through, you can stir it a little bit. After about 2 hours, this is the finished product. And let me tell you, this is going to be the best beef stew you've ever tasted. Thanks for watching.